Like, why the hell you on this earth? Why? When nobody with you, it's like you don't have nobody. Like, what the fuck are you on this earth for?
YK Osiris has been dropping subtle hints about what really went down with him and Diddy behind closed doors. But right now, word on the streets claims that there was also a connection between him and Jeffery Epstein. The whole thing screams of a deeper, darker scheme than what we know of or could ever imagine. And as the layers peel off, the world is starting to see Hollywood for what it really is. An age-long system that feeds off the energy of the young. Powerful psychic Sloan Bella dropped the lid on this when she said that it wasn't just about being intimate with young men or women. There is a powerful ritual behind it all, one that takes youth away from the young and gives it to the elite, the 1%, the upper echelons of society. It is allegedly this same ritual that keeps powerful people on top of the financial ladder.
Oh my God. And there are younger musicians that are going to come out against him and talk about what he did. The bodies that are buried, okay? So the bodies that are buried, they're going to talk about it. Talk about it. There are men in other countries who are going to speak about it. There is political connections to him in other countries and this country. They're going to speak about it.
So that all expenses paid vacation to Jamaica, it came with a price. And we saw that years later when YK Osiris went online and spoke about how he had gone broke, how his mental health was unstable, and even more disturbingly, how being a rapper wasn't a blessing from God, but a curse from the devil.
It's not a blessing from God. Stop saying it's a blessing from God. It's not a blessing. It's a blessing from the devil. If you're not using his name, it's a blessing from the devil. So stop saying that it's a God blessing.
But here's where things start to get interesting. YK Osiris didn't just randomly end up around Diddy. At one point, Diddy looked like a mentor, a cosign, a gatekeeper opening doors. YK was young, buzzing, full of raw talent, and suddenly he's orbiting one of the most powerful men in hip-hop. That doesn't happen by accident. We saw the pictures, the vacations, and the proximity. In Hollywood, proximity is never just proximity. Diddy has always positioned himself as a tastemaker, a kingmaker, the man who can take you from hungry to legendary with a single nod. From Notorious B.I.G. to Usher to Justin Bieber, the pattern has always been the same. Young talent brought close, molded, managed. So when YK Osiris suddenly found himself in that inner circle, people assumed it was mentorship. But mentorship in Hollywood sometimes comes wrapped in something else. Control, hierarchy, submission. Many people start drawing the line between mentorship and humiliation when Diddy made YK do sit-ups in his private jet. Now let's pause, because this wasn't the first time people used that phrase humiliation ritual around Diddy's circle. There was also that pool video of Meek Mill.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
The tone, the body language, the exaggerated praise. Again, it was packaged as friendship, brotherhood, vibes, but to some viewers, it felt like something else entirely. And when YK came out on that video with matching clothes with Diddy, it wouldn't be the first time a rapper matched outfits with Diddy.
Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man.
Why are these grown men, successful in their own right, constantly placed in positions where they look smaller, where they look like they're performing for approval? And that's when the theory starts connecting dots. Because if we go back to what Sloan Bella suggested about rituals, about power exchanges, about symbolic acts that strip and transfer energy, then suddenly these moments don't look random anymore to the people who believe that narrative. They look staged, they look intentional, they look like initiation. And years after those jet rides and luxury vacations, YK Osiris is online saying he's broke, saying his mental health is unstable, saying the fame felt like a curse. So the question people are now asking isn't just what happened behind closed doors. It is, what did it cost? And if you think the pattern stopped with Diddy, it didn't. There was that viral moment where Drake told him to sing on Instagram Live. YK starts pouring his heart into it, really singing, really performing, and Drake's reaction. laughing, cutting him off, not exactly the cosign people expected. Then came the misinterpreted bar from Drake's song, Mr. Right Now. It was a play on sounds, but fans swore YK's name was used as the joke, and in hip-hop, being the punchline is never neutral. Again, fans called it another humiliation ritual, another young artist publicly placed in a position of mockery under the guise of industry banter. Then came that video of Lil Baby calling him a for wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
That's what led to that viral video in 2023 when YK went online venting, saying he didn't want to deal with Drake anymore, saying he didn't want to deal with Lil Baby either, that he wanted to unalive himself.
Like I say, you can't use Drake with me. You can't use Lil Baby because they don't me no more. So please don't use that. You haven't seen me around Drake in a minute, or Lil Baby, a long time. So let's get that out the door. Please don't use that no more. Like, I'm not a leecher. Like, me for a reason. But like, I want to die. Like, I want to I want to like leave this earth.
That moment wasn't random. Those names weren't random either. These were the same elite tier artists he once seemed desperate to be around. So what changed? Because when you line it all up, the mentorships, the financial downfall, public breakdowns, it paints a very uncomfortable picture for those who believe there's something deeper happening in these circles. It's calculated control, quiet submission to oppression from the other side. And now, whispers on the streets is a silent connection between Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein, a line that ties the victims from one part to the other. YK Osiris has been on the verge of a breakdown for a long time, but sources claim that it's been getting worse. He's been allegedly making claims of a connection to Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein. And if this is true, then it blows the lid wide open. The link between Jeffrey's circle and Hollywood will finally be revealed. The whole situation has got people gagged with comments like he was exploited from day one and got turned out. Diddler got that boy. I was waiting on his real story. Now he can tell it. There's so much more to it, but right now, we would like to know what you think about this situation. Could there be a connection between Hollywood's elite and the disgraced Jeffrey Epstein? If so, how deep did the roots dig? And who is sitting at the top controlling the systems when you trace that line? Because it wouldn't be the first time that Hollywood's upcoming stars were sacrificed for a cause. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and watch this next video because it is just as messy